Here's how I spent $1.6 million on ads for my business. And if you don't believe me, here is a screenshot right here of how much we've actually spent on ads. So there's three main lessons that I learned spending that much money. So the first lesson is that offer is king. And so you could run ads to a really crappy offer that nobody wants, and you're going to lose a lot of money. But if you run ads to an offer that solves a big problem for your clients, then it's a lot easier to make money off of that, obviously. So you have to have a really good offer, and you have to have something that's very compelling. And something else that I didn't list here is it needs to be cold traffic friendly. Now, what that means is that most people, if they're influencers or they have a lot of followers, they can sell pretty much anything. Like Mr. Beast can sell chocolate. But when you're running ads and nobody knows who you are, your offer has to be good. It has to solve a problem to where they're going to buy, even if they don't know who you are. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing is, just from my own experience, it needs to be something that's going to help them make more money. So, for instance, when you're offering video retainers to your clients, when your clients are businesses, you need to have something where your clients are making more money after implementing your videos. Otherwise, why are they paying for your videos? So there's health, wealth, and relationships. There's three outcomes. For us, we're trying to help them make more money. Now, when it comes to that, if you're offering wedding videos, that's a relationship outcome. But when you're offering retainers for businesses, they fundamentally want to make more money from the videos that you're offering them. And that helps them justify the cost of your service, because if they can put $1 in and get $10 out after using your videos, then it makes a lot more sense for them to pay you every single month. So that's the first lesson. Second lesson is sales is queen. Now, what this means is we need to have a repeatable sales process. Now, I cannot stress this enough. It has to be repeatable. You physically won't be able to take the amount of calls that $1.6 million buys you, because you only have 24 hours in a day. And if you're lucky, you have 8 working hours every single day. So you need a repeatable and documented sales process to be able to close these people on your offer. And then from there, what we can do is we can hire salespeople. And this would be our setters and our closers. Now, a setter is going to be someone who calls the leads who opt into your system or your funnel, and then they set them for the closers. Now, the reason we need this repeatable sales process is so I can hire these people and I can train them on a process or an SOP, which would be standard operating procedure, on how they can close the leads that I'm getting them. Now, this is super important. Now, obviously, if you're not closing anything, you're bad at sales, you're not going to make any money on the money you're spending on ads. And then number 3, follow-up is critical. Now, what we do is we run an ad to a lead page where we get their name, email, and phone number, and then they opt into a VSL or value video. And this is where they're going to learn more about what it is that you actually do, how you can help them and their business. And it gets them bought in on your method or unique mechanism of doing things. Now, this is super important. If you just run ads to a call, which is what I see a lot of video business owners and people doing, then what happens is those people show up on the call and they have no idea who you are. And so there's no pre-nurturing done. And in today's day and age, people do not trust you. You can't just run them to a call and expect them to pay, whatever amount of money it is for video production. Now, after that VSL, they go to a thank you page, which is where we basically give them some homework and things to go through before the call. And then they get on the call with us and they either buy or they don't. Now, if they buy, then obviously that is the end of their journey on the front end. And then it begins their back end journey from there. If they do not buy, here's where the follow-up kicks in. So if they do not buy, they go into a 1-year-long email sequence. And yes, I did say that correctly. It's 1 year long. It literally sends them an email every couple of days to remind them about us for an entire year. And then what happens is my setters will call them every once in a while to re-engage them, get them back into the system. And then they'll also see our organic content that we're posting on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and then all the other platforms as well. And then we're also going to keep running more ads to them to keep them in our pipeline. Because what we've found is that 50% of the deals we get are coming up front, and then the other 50% of our deals or our units, the people that we're bringing on every single month, are from follow-up appointments. Now, that is so key because a lot of people are not doing the follow-up. And if you're not doing the follow-up, you're literally losing 50% of your deals because you don't have all of these systems in place.